Hey guys, Coach Dean here again, and we're going to work on some skills hand-eye coordination related without the use of a tennis racket today. These are something you can do in your own home, work on with kids and even adults, and the level of difficulty is going to increase as we go along. But nice and simple. I have a lot of these same exercises I do in all of my classes, especially at Liberty, green ball classes, and I'll usually have the kids get out there, start off with a simple drop and catch. Dropping both tennis balls, trying to use both hands, catch it. Nice and easy, they can usually get that one done. A little bit more difficult even now is we're going to do a little switch and catch. You have to crisscross your arms, catch your tennis balls with your opposite hands here. Once you can do that one a few times, we'll even have a third tennis ball. It's a little tougher here, make sure you try and spread the tennis balls out. We're going to try and drop all three. Trying to catch two, whoop, can't get it every time. Try to catch two, and grab the third one here. A little more difficult, but whoop, like I said, not gonna get it every time. I'm trying to catch them all. All right, next one, perhaps even a little more difficult. I'm gonna do a little drop and pinch. So without touching the middle ball, I have to try and drop and catch it. Takes a little more hand-eye coordination. This one's actually not as easy as I try to make it look here. Like I said, not gonna get it every time. That's all right. Part of tennis, you gotta pick it up, try again. All right. And then the most difficult one even, dropping all three tennis balls, trying to catch two, then pinch the third one. Oftentimes I can't get this one right away, and don't be discouraged if you can't either, but put your kids to work here, try and get them to it. Oh, doesn't get better than that. Dropping all three, catch two, pinch the third. All right, got it a couple times in a row there. Not gonna do it again, probably won't get any more than that. But feel free to try some of these challenges at home. Go a bit of work on some hand-eye coordination exercises. And if any of your kids have been in classes with me, they probably know everything we've done right there. All right, thank you. I have a couple more drills for you, thinking hand-eye coordination again. This time we are going to use a racket. And these ones are geared towards a younger crowd. First, a lot of these drills come right from some of my clinics here, many in the orange ball, some as low as that red ball, and even up to that green ball level. Try and get your kids out, and really uses a lot of wrist muscles and takes some racket control. But try to make 3 circles around the edge of the racket without dropping the tennis ball. Once you've done it one way, you can go back and make another 3 circles in the opposite direction. This actually takes a lot more racket control than meets the eye. I might make it look easy, but for a 4, 5, 6, 7, 8-year-old, these are quite difficult actually. But once you can take care of that, next one we're going to move on to is a little bit of tennis basketball. Like it sounds, just going to try and bounce that ball on the ground, trying to stay in one place as best as you can, and even challenge your kids to try and see how many in a row they can make here. Alright. Taking a little bit further, next one, a little more tennis related even, a little bounce and hit. Try and bounce the ball up. Again, not trying to move all too much, but trying to control where the ball lands, work on your timing here. And if that one's too easy for them, they can move on to what I like to call a little bit of popcorn here, which is just like it sounds, keeping that ball up in the air. You know, a lot of younger players really enjoy this one, especially if you got a couple kids at home, trying to challenge each other to see who can get more. Alright, pretty much do that one all day. And last but not least, just for the younger crowd, I like to call this one the flapjacks. And just trying to alternate sides of the racket. Again, works on a lot of racket control, using your wrist muscles, trying to keep that ball going as long as you can. And if those ones are too easy, pay attention to my next video. We'll take it one step further. Hey Liberty members, Coach Dean here again. We're going to pick back up where we left off with some hand-eye coordination exercises using our rackets again. This time for kids a little bit older, or if your child is really excelling in our previous videos exercises, challenge them a little bit more here. So picking back up again, I like to start off with some flapjacks. Trying to alternate sides of the racket, have them count out, try and set their own record here, get as many in a row as they can. That was a little too easy for them. You can go a little string, frame, string, which is when they'll use one side of the racket, then they'll have to hit the ball on the frame, and then switch over to the other side of the racket, back to the frame, and onto the strings again. And then it just goes on and repeats itself. And try and get as many in a row as you can. A little tougher here. Again, I can probably do that all day, but not so easy. Challenge yourself, see how many you can make. And even tougher here, this next one, we are going to go all frame. So only using the frame of the racket and nothing else, trying to keep that ball up in the air as long as you can. And right in the trash where it belongs. That was 18 in a row. Challenge you guys to try and beat that one, right? Thank you. Hey everyone, Coach Dean here from the Liberty Athletic Club. Like many of you, I too have been stuck indoors and struggling to find a way to cope with all of my newfound free time. I miss being on the courts, and I miss helping others improve the tennis game. So I came up with a way for you and your kids to work on your best topspin ground stroke technique from the comfort of your own home. Without access to a tennis court or even a wall in my apartment, my topspin buddy has provided for a great way to keep my tennis game sharp. I got the inspiration from equipment I've seen before, but these devices retail for $160 to $300 sometimes, and who knows how long something like that will take to ship in these crazy times. But with a little creativity, some PVC pipes, some 1/4-inch steel cable coated in vinyl, a couple hose clamps, some zip ties, and a few rubber washers to keep it in place, everything you see here is purchased at Lowe's from under $7. And after a little bit of planning, it just took over an hour to build and have it all set up here. The most difficult part actually came with this tennis ball. And I would suggest puncturing it with an awl or a screwdriver if you don't have an awl, and then going at it with the drill. But once you have it set up and make sure the ball spins freely, you're ready to go. Just make sure you weigh it down, which my couch does an excellent job of. And I wouldn't hit the ball too hard, but really focusing on brushing up over the top and getting that ball to spin. Trying to use your best topspin ground stroke technique. You can get out some backhands here. So as you can see, I'm really getting that ball to spin here, working on my forehands and backhands. And thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe and make sure to tune into my next ones, where I will be talking more about grips on your forehands and backhands and overall technique in general. We'll go in a little more depth there than I did with this drill. This was just to show you guys what an excellent tool this can be now that everyone's quarantined, a lot more free time on your hands. But hopefully by the time this is over, you'll be back on the courts and playing your best tennis.